Whew, chilly. It's like in the sun, but not quite. Whew. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Miss Kalilia. What is going on? We're going to be going dual with Miss Keys. We're just waiting for her to pop on here. And we'll see what's what. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Enjoying the sun, soaking it up. Living big on this energy right now. This is like life-changing energy right now. This is situation-changing energy. This is personal power-changing energy right now. So if you are doing all the things, let's see if I can like put us, there we go. Hey girl, best girl ever. How's it going? How's it going? I hope you guys are all having a great Friday. We're just waiting for Miss Keys of Wisdom. She's going to pop on here any minute now. We're going to be doing dual reads today. So we're doing reads for 2222. We're out in the beautiful sunshine and all that. She says she's logging on right now. She just texted. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Honestly, it's a great day. When you just wake up in a great place, that's it, you know? And I think we can all relate to that energy at one point or another, just waking up and you're like, this is my day. Hashtag winning. Like, this is my day. It's definitely one of those energies today. And if you haven't gotten outside, go get your butt outside, even if it's for 5 minutes during a break. You know what I mean? It's cloudy here, unfortunately. But good for you. The sun is good for you, period. Oh, 1,000%. Not even just scientifically, not even like with brain chemistry and positivity and stuff like that, but energetically with the light body, oh, it's fantastic. It's definitely my day. Oh, yes. But that's how we have to make it. Like, we have to make it our day. Like, a lot of times I tell people, like, they want to change their life, like, go to bed and before you go to bed, like, change your perspective, say some nice things, do some affirmations, sit in an energy that you want to end the day with. It's the same thing in the beginning of the day. Start the day with some energy that you want to start with, you know? So how's everybody doing? Are we doing fun Friday things? Are we enjoying, like, the sun feels so good. The sun feels so good. It's almost hot girl summer. It's almost bikini weather, you know. I feel like I want to offer someone an apology, but I'm just not sure. I'm going to be honest, Kalilia, the apology is for us. Just like the forgiveness is for us. The change of action is for others. So if you feel like you need to offer an apology because you're having responsibility and you're taking responsibility for something, then go for it. Then go for it. But it's one of those things, like, if you're doing it because you're hoping that it's gonna, like, do that for something else, the change of behavior is what helps the other person. Admitting you were quote-unquote wrong or you have something to apologize just shows your growth. You know what I mean? But you just gotta understand that whether they accept your apology or not, the apology is for you. You know? So if you're apologizing because you want things to get quote-unquote back to normal, or you think that that's going to make them forget, like, then you're apologizing for the wrong reasons. But if you apologize from the heart, from the soul, if you feel like it's due and because you're at a different place and you're sitting in a different place and that apology is something you need to offer up, then go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? I totally get that. You're so right. Be positive. It's just therapy doing brain spotting. It's just I was just at therapy doing brain spotting, if you know what that is. I have no idea what brain spotting is. My brain tells me it's spotting patterns of the brain. I have no idea, but I actually have no idea what that is. I came to them really strong from a false pretense, and I was operating from ego. Yeah, dude, like, you know what? But it's one of those things, dude, that, like, welcome in, Acid Rainbow. It's one of those things that's that's responsibility though. So if you feel like you need to wrong or correct a wrong, right a wrong, then go ahead and do it. But you're doing it for you because you're like, I acted out of character. I did that wrong. This is something that I could have done better, and I'm sorry if I came out sideways or something, like, you know, that's fine. But then, like, for that person to, like, that person may be feeling better, but what's really going to change for that person is when they see you moving differently. So if you feel like you need to give an apology, then go ahead and do it. But you're giving an apology for you because that's you taking responsibility. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Spiritual soul searching. It is what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, no worry, but that's 100% the truth though. If you're at that part of the journey, part of the healing, part of the wherever, where you can be like, oh shit, I fucked up. That's good. Like, that's good because that means you're putting your ego aside. You know what I mean? That's growth. Not a lot of people talk about it because it's always like underplayed or it's under appreciated or not put that much thought or whatever, leverage or whatever into. But no, that's huge because that's the beginning of action. Responsibility, awareness are all the beginning of action. You know, it's just you have to follow up what you say with words, otherwise your words are meaningless. So if you're sorry, that's great that you're sorry. They're going to appreciate, even if it's subconsciously, you taking responsibility, right? Perfect. But the way that you make sure that doesn't happen again is through actions. You know what I mean? So you then, not only can you just walk the walk, can you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. You know? So it's just really one of those things. But no worries, dude. We're just waiting for Miss Keys. I don't know where she's at. Good God. Good Lord. Welcome in. Hey, JL. I hope you're having a good day. I hope your Friday's going well, dude. I hope your Friday's going well. We're just waiting for Miss Keys of Wisdom to log on, and then we're going to be going dual today. She told me she was ready, but she must not have been. We have Cash App and Venmo, and when she gets on here, we're going to throw collective. But in the meantime, if you guys have any collective questions that you would like answered, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. Just keep in mind, collective questions do not require me to... Thanks, no worry, dude. Collective questions do not require me to feel into you, but they're more just general topic statements, stuff like that. But yeah. So once she gets here, we will be doing dual reads, and everything will be 2222. And we do have Cash App, and we do have Venmo. Dude, no, it's gonna be a good day, dude. Like, if you guys aren't outside in the sunshine, in the beautiful energy, watching the clouds roll over, like, I don't know what you guys are doing, because it is beautiful over here. Straight up gorgeous. And they're just talking about how right now this is creation energy, this is rebirth energy, this is power energy, this is that wind up before we knock it out of the park kind of energy. So if you're not getting on board, if you're not harnessing this to create and make the life that you want and take those steps forward, then they're just saying you're missing an opportunity to utilize some free energy. Welcome in. I can't see your name. I can't see the first part of your name, but it says Martinez. Welcome in. Hey, how's it going? Chantelatendra? I'm so sorry. I'm bad with names, but welcome in, dude. I hope you're having a great day. I hope everyone's Friday is going well. Welcome in. We're just waiting on Miss Keys of Wisdom. I don't know what's taking her so long. Happy Friday! Happy Friday. Dude, I'm glad everybody in here is having a good Friday. Everyone deserves to have a good day, especially if you've been doing the work, especially if you've been riding the ups and downs, trying to go with the flow, trying to really put your best foot forward this year, this new spring, coming into summer and all that craziness. Like, she's probably fighting for the app. I'm just waiting. We're doing dual reads today. Oh, thanks for the little, like, I love when people use them, but not many of the subs do. Thank you, Miss Galilia. I can pull a card for you, but everything's paid today. So, reads are 2222 as soon as Miss Keys gets here, because we're going dual together. So, I'm just waiting for her to log on. We're going to throw collective as soon as she gets here, too. So, sub emojis. Yeah, I know. And I think I have to add a few more, because I feel like some of them are like, yeah. Lit as fuck. But yeah, 1000%. And I need to change some of them up. I have like baby dragons on there and like just weird stuff. I'm gonna need to change some of them up because I didn't really understand what they were when I first made them. But so some of them have like some words in there and some of them have some other stuff. Tomorrow is my high holy day. Oh, why is it your high holy day? Why is it your high holy day? Thank you, Shelly, for the follow. Thank you. Oh my goodness, my feminines. Weren't we just talking about you embracing this rebirth energy? I could have swore we were just talking about you just lighting up, full of everything, soaking in the sun, just getting all your shit together, sitting and standing in your personal power, just starting to really create some things with this energy. But you got to understand, when something's born, something had to die, it had to make room for. So a piece and a part of you had to let go of. The old you is what I'm hearing, the old you. Because there's just a piece that couldn't go any further because it didn't really fit in your puzzle. It feels more like a placeholder. I ordered a cake and everything. What is your high holy day? What does that even mean? Tell me what that means, homie. What's the high holy day? I'm trying to think what tomorrow is. Tomorrow's Saturday. Spiritual Saturday. Soulful Saturday. Yeah, here's... God dang, about dang time, Keys. What up? It's 420. Oh, so did you realize that date 420, besides being funny, 420, haha, is it's actually a palindrome, front to back. It's 420, 2024. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was confused. I'm like, today's not 420. Today's 420.
No, tomorrow. Kalilia said tomorrow's her holy day. She said tomorrow's her holy day, and I was like, well, actually. Alright, guys. So, we're just getting started. The list is open. We are doing reads for 2222. We have Cash App, we have Venmo, so if you would like to get on the list, go ahead and get on there now. We have about an hour or so that we're going to be on here, so go ahead and scoop up spots while they are open. We're going to pop off with the collective really fast, or at least a little talk through. I know we've been talking about it in our space, about what the energies and what's going on right now while we were waiting for Miss Keys to log on. But I'm sure she has a ton of stuff that she would like to add to our collective discussion.
What are we discussing before I chime in? I need to hear before I talk.
No, we're just talking about how this is like rebirth energy.
We ain't just gonna go off on left field here today.
No, just how this is like rebirth energy. No. How this is like rebirth energy, and people are choosing to start something fresh, and they're embracing their power and who they are, and how everyone just kind of seems, at least in my room so far, to have woken up on the good side of the pillow and to be making this a good day and just enjoying the sunshine and kind of moving into more authenticity and stepping out of what's not you kind of stuff, As we literally are as a high priestess comes out, like, Shav.
Let me get that deck out, too.
I'ma get so elevated. Kalilia. If you got that good, you know what to do. Hey, it is what it is.
Elevated every day.
It is what it is, you know what I mean?
I ain't even getting elevated like that. I'd just be like, let me blow my whole crown off today for
She
fun.
goes, I'm going to be the high priestess. Well, when you're the high prophetess, or damn it, when you're the high priestess, like, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. Mind your business over there. Mind your business. Mind your damn business. Welcome in, guys. The list is open. We got Cash App, we got Venmo. I feel like I can still hear you silently laughing over there. Dude, I'm gonna swear, my masculines, I just keep getting masculine cards out on this table. Like, I want to tell you you're not forgotten on this little rise either. I got my Emperor out, I got the Strength card as a bridge, I got my Ten of Wands, and I got the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, and I just feel like for my masculines out there, you are really starting to meld both pieces of yourself together, your feminine energy with your masculine energy, and you're doing it in a healthy way right now, and you are really starting to push through what everybody told you you were. It's really bringing me back to that quote that you guys know that I love. It's the who are you before the world told you who to be. And there's this softness to yourself that you put aside because somebody told you it was wrong, and now it just feels like it's coming back because that was actually who you are. That was the softness of your soul. That was the softness of your divinity that you could not deny any longer. And as I'm speaking, the wind's picking up, and there's just this part of your coming back together, coming back whole that is not going unnoticed. And they're just being adamant and being like, it's okay, not everybody's gonna understand. It's going great, cats. I hope you're having a good day. Not everyone's gonna understand, and that's okay too. Because your journey isn't for anybody but you. And I got the Fool card that I just like caught on my boob. This is the creation energy. This is the coming together. This is the brand new beginning for you. And I just had the Six of Swords out here. Or the Six of Swords, yeah. I always want to say the Six of Birds, but the Six of Swords. And that's you moving through the healing waters, which you would have to be doing in order to combine both halves of yourself. I'm glad you're doing good, dude. It is a good day over here. It is all good things over here in this camp. But I can't help it. The masculine card keeps falling out of my table, and I really do feel like it's talking about the collective masculine. I don't think it's just about the masculines inside the feminines. Like, no, it's the collective masculine rising as well. This is a big push for them right now.
This is their rebirth. Like, this is, as soon as you started talking, this is literally like the rebirth of the masculine. I've got the death and rebirth card out here. I've got the Eight of Cups. I've got the Empress, the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, oh my gosh, what else I got over here? I've got the Two of Cups, the Magician, the Two of Wands. Like, all of these things are representative of balance for the masculine collective, but this Eight of Swords in reverse, this card. You are no longer afraid to look yourself in the mirror. Like, you are moving, when I say you're moving into an era, you are moving into these defining moments right now where you're calling yourself on your bullshit. This isn't just about the healing of the wounds. This isn't just about the fight. And on the Magician card, as well as, I want to pull this up. Where's my rebirth card? We've got the Infinity symbol. We've got the Infinity symbol again. This is you, and like when I say this death rebirth, it's kind of like jolting. It's really sending a lot of energy through you right now, because when I say this is your return of energy. We are in a 2024 year. That's an 8 year. It's your return of energy. So many of these masculines right now, they are breaking out of cycles that people counted them out on. And that's why with this Empress energy out, this is literally the balancing of your feminine and your masculine energy, that Two of Cups, that Two of Wands. You are making decisions now for you. You're no longer playing small and in these spaces where you need to be the hero in everyone else's story. And when I say that, it's like for a period of time, your ego looked for things outside of yourself to be the hero. If you could fix everybody else, you weren't so worried about fixing you. And the thing is, you weren't broken to begin with, and I don't know who needs to hear that. You're not broken. You weren't damaged goods. There wasn't anything wrong with you, but you adopted people's belief systems along your life that something needed to be fixed in you, that you needed to cast something out of yourself and eradicate some kind of part of you, because that is the part of you that you needed in order to heal. So when I say this, for a lot of these masculines right now, I want to say this: they are breaking out of their toxic relationship cycles. This is where they balance their feminine energy. See, the thing is, when you're in an unbalanced relationship, and I don't, whatever side you're on, we'll play that game, whatever side you're on, although this is for the masculines, you don't trust your intuition when you are with a toxic feminine. I will say that right now. Because the thing is, when you start to trust your intuition, you become a threat to that entire paradigm, that entire relationship, because you're recognizing and you're feeling things. And the thing is, when you are with somebody who is facilitating your growth and acting as a catalyst, they're showing you how to trust your intuition. You want to know real quick, when you start to feel something as a masculine in that intuitive space, the first time a feminine is like, nope, that's not it. Nope, you're wrong. You're this, you're that. You need to pause for a minute and say, why are you allowing someone to discredit what you're feeling? You're learning something here too, and you need people to guide you. And see, right now, this imbalance that's almost like, I want to say the table's turning, the scale's balancing. But see, a lot of the masculines have had feminine wounds. Why is your mouth hanging open?
We're going to have to talk later.
Now you just broke my fucking shit.
I didn't do anything. That's what you get for looking at the camera.
Back in my head for a minute. Hold on. Get back in channel. No. Okay. I remember now. The feminine dynamic with a lot of these masculines. A lot of these masculines have had deep-seated feminine wounds, whether they were mother wounds, parent wounds, relationship wounds, whatever it was. They were seeking validation and acceptance in the feminines that they chose to be with. And right now, and when I say this, you're moving into your, I just made a video about this, but you're unfazed, unbothered, like, you don't give a fuck era right now. Like, this is where you're done, like I said, being the hero in everybody else's story. Because you're
But you don't give a fuck enough to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You give a fuck enough not to give a fuck.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's like, these masculines, they're done being taken advantage of. They're done being manipulated. Because the thing is, so many of these masculines embarked on a healing journey only to kind of get like swatted down with a newspaper by their partners and people that they were around. Like, oh my gosh, I want you to be this way, and then you need to heal and you need to do this. But then as soon as you started doing the work, it destroyed this illusion, imbalance, delusion narrative of the kind of masculine you had to be. You're redefining what it means to be you. And that's okay. And that's why I said there's this unbothered, unfazed as fuck energy. Because it's like you've spent so much time trying to convince yourself that you had to do things someone else's way so that you didn't get left, so that your relationship didn't fall apart. You made sacrifices that you never should have done. Because you knew in your soul that it did not resonate, and now that we're in the return of this energy, it's all been coming back up. The eclipse energy, yes, it was a catalyst, but it was the purge, okay? It was the purge. It was the bubbling up of. It was all the things you've been trying to outrun. And, we've been talking about this because I like astrology and things like that. We've got the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction coming tomorrow. Okay, great. This is all about expansion. So when you think of it in terms of energy, because that's all it is energy to be harnessed, right? So you've been going through this purge of energy. Purge since the eclipse. And I'm going all the way back to the lunar eclipse, not just the solar. So here's the thing.
Yep.
All this shit that's been bubbling to the surface, it's because it's the shit that's been holding you back. Whether you realized it was holding you back, you have now gained so much clarity as all of this has come back up to the surface. And it's not just surface level stuff. It's that stuff that was just buried down deep. And it's asking you, and it's asking you to take this new perspective that you have. Like, in the clarity's a flood right now. It started as a trickle, and now it's the flood. Get the light raft, because the thing is, the truth that's coming in is almost hard to swallow at times because you're realizing where you've aligned and where it doesn't feel right. And now you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. And as you do this, watch from a distance, because you're going to watch people who said they never switch up on you, switch up on you. From a distance.
From a distance. But that's the thing, though, and I know a lot of times we say that you don't. Now I know my sun card is on the bottom of the deck, but it's like now it's it's one of those things, like, a lot of people are like, well, I don't give a fuck anymore. And it's, no, you give a fuck so much that you realize you can't care about what other people are doing, because this is your you era. Welcome in, sweet Taurus. So it's not one of those things that it's like, you don't care anymore, middle finger to the sky. No, it's one of those things that you care so much now, but you are so centrally focused back to where you need to be, focused on you, your journey, what you need unapologetically, who you are, what your truths are, what, your experience here is, that you have to stop being distracted. And it is a distraction by those people, places, and things around you that keep you separate from self. Welcome in, Eyeballs. How's it going, homie? But it's one of those things that's the change. That's the switch up. That's the turn up. And the fact that you can sit now in the seat of the observer so far back where you're not emotionally triggered with certain things and the things that used to send you 2 to 10 before, and you can be in the nosebleeds in the bleacher seats going, I see this coming, let's just see how this plays out. And you don't have to do anything. You're just observing, you're just watching, you're just going, I'm gonna see what goes from here. I'm gonna see if this pattern happens. I'm gonna see if this cycle happens, because that's when things start becoming predictable. But that's also when you realize that, oh, I'm stuck in the loop. Oh, I can get out of the loop. Oh, I've been complacent in the loop. I've allowed the loop. I've aligned with the loop. Oh, and that's when change happens, because awareness has to happen first.
And that's that rapid clarity, though. That's the Eight of Wands rapid clarity. It's coming in so fast that now, like, those that are breaking out of this, you're actually seeing these patterns that you had an awareness of, but you're noticing them days in advance now. Where you used to notice them before, you're now having the clarity, your foresight, your intuition, all of these feelings, right? The feelings, the things that hit your energetic body. You are being given more foresight. You're able to get ahead of them, just like you said. So you sitting up in the nosebleeds, emotionally detached, not in a numb, I'm going to retreat kind of way, in a very balanced kind of way, because this is how you break the pattern. You can't break it without the awareness. And sometimes you got to see it once, twice, 5, 6, 7, 10 times, right? However much you need to see it for you, it's not the same for somebody else. Right now, what you're actually realizing is it was you versus you all along. It was you versus you all along. But the thing is, it was your self-esteem, your self-worth, the way you couldn't love you or be alone with you or be alone with your thoughts is what allowed you to let others and their influence shape your actions, what you tethered to, all of these things. And now with this Eight of Wands clarity coming in, everything is just, it's almost like imploding and crashing down, but it's the energy like you're here for all of it. You're not running this time. I made a video the other day where it was like in Forrest Gump where he's like, and I just stopped running. And it's like, you're just done. You realize the only person you were running from is you. And the longer you ran from you, all these characters were manifesting in your life to teach you something. And now you're ready to accept your lesson. I've got the Hierophant out here. You are ready to know better, do better. You're ready to accept it and move from student into teacher now.
And you know what? I feel like people get a little bit put back when they start talking about like when they have to do that part of their journey where they realize they hurt people. You know what I mean? Where they might not have meant to hurt people, but they just did, and people became collateral damage. Please understand that some people who were distanced from you, no matter how that looked, it was a blessing so that they could not continue to be collateral damage while you figured it out. And that's happened to you with other people where you have been separated for your own good. Redirection's a blessing. And sometimes people have had you separated from them for the same thing. Because you're not there to ruin each other. You're not there to destroy each other. So a lot of times when people go back through and they start realizing some of the people they think they hurt and this and that, sometimes it's not that you never come back together. Sometimes it's not that you never make amends. Sometimes it's not that you never apologize. Sometimes it's just that time that you had to break was one for your guys' own growth so that you could separate and realize, oh, this is me. This is where my energy stops. This is where my cycles are. This is where it's for your growth. And it's not this lovey-dovey message of, everybody comes back in and they sweep you off their no, that's not it. That's not the real message. The message is that sometimes you're moved for your good and people get moved for their good. Like, it's the same thing. You don't want to hurt people, and source, spirit, God, it knows that. So it'll remove the people that you wouldn't want to hurt on purpose. So that's part of your isolation. So part of your being alone with self is sometimes just that thing. It just looks that way. It just is that way. And that's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make the other person a bad person either. There's a lot of gray area there that can be sorted out. You would be surprised at how much gray area can be sorted out. Yep, but it comes with your rebirth. The only way you can sort out, and Miss Kalilia, I feel like you brought this up when we first started, the only way you can apologize and this and that and make it better is with taking responsibility. Like, responsibility and apologizing is for you. The change of action is for others. So keep that in mind. Things happen for a reason, so that means the fall aparts, the redirections, the mix-ups, the lessons learned 10 times, it's for a reason. Everything has a purpose. You know, it resonates. I'm done running. I know the truth and keeping quiet now. Done explaining my side. But we say it all the time here, and I know Keys even threw a video on it. The truth doesn't need to be defended to defend itself.
The truth defends itself. It just needs you to allow it to, it just needs you to set it free. And when I say that, that's not controlling how it comes out. It's not convincing other people. And the thing is, sometimes what's so hard is that, we're talking about this flood of clarity and flood of truth, right? But sometimes the truth starts as a trickle. And sometimes it's our impatience that we want it to hurry up. We want people to see things around us. We want people to not think we were crazy or this. That's our ego trying to kind of fight with us to not get out of a cycle or a pattern. The truth is a truth regardless of your feelings. The truth is a truth regardless if other people accept it. The truth remains unchanged. I mean, truthfully, I say the truth says fake your feelings. But you know what I'm saying? But that applies to everybody. And the thing is, once truth starts to trickle, it will pick up. That flow will pick up. It will turn into a flood at some point. All you have to do is allow it to flow. So many people get stuck when the dominoes are falling, or they try to jump in the middle of it, and they're like, no, let's go this way. Let's divert over here. And it's just let it flow. Let people learn their lessons and learn the truth the way they need to. Because 9 times out of 10, you become collateral damage in other people's wars with themselves when you try to figure out and control how truth is disseminated to others.
Well, I'm going to tell you, so eyeballs, you're 100% right. I stopped and I had to learn that I couldn't force people to believe the truth, but it's also the fact that we can't tell other people what they need. It's our perception what somebody else needs. So in our minds, they must need the truth right now because the truth would do all this for them. But maybe that's not their journey. Maybe their journey is to double down in the bullshit. Maybe their journey is deeper than that. Maybe their journey takes more truth to be set free than yours did. So sometimes it's the allowing things to unfold, and it's our ego that wants us to push and wants us to do things for others. And, well, I know what they need, but you don't. Only the individual knows what they need. I can only tell me what I need. Keys can only tell her what she needs. It's that kind of a thing. So once you start realizing that you can't control other people because they're not you, that is literally when you start setting your shit free for yourself. What did you just say, Kalilia? I placed an order for the road opener kit. Oh shit. Kalilia. That's fantastic. Well, just be ready. Just be ready. Because that oil is potent and those herbs are potent. So set it with the good intentions. Well, I'm glad we could help, Shruti, because that's just the truth, dude. Everybody needs to hear this at one point in time. And don't think that we didn't have to hear it several times, too. We teach what we know because we did this part. And we're doing this part. And we only speak from the things that we are actively doing, have done, or know to be true. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I have the oil in my cart. Can you talk a little bit about it? Shruti wants to know about your road opener oil. It's potent. It'll blast everything open. It's 100% organic.
order the road opener kit, I'm just gonna say this. If you order the road opener kit, you not only get the oil, that you get everything to do a road opener, right? But you also get a tutorial video on everything you need to know. Road openers are used like with the intention of removing any and all obstacles, blockages, stagnations, this and that. Now I'm gonna say this. I put a lot into making that oil. And when you use it, and this is like the important disclaimer.
She says she doesn't want her life to go into shambles.
But what is shambles?
I was going to say, I was like, it's more of a redirection as a blessing. It's clearing the shambles out of your life, and it might be messy in the beginning.
Yes, but when I...
Dude, it just depends on the person, and it depends on how much you're around.
I want to say carefully, you can't go into it with an expectation. I'm just going to say that right now. When you do a road opener and you ask for roads to be open, you can't have an expectation on how those roads are going to be open, because it's very simple. If you align yourself with people that don't really align with you and you're playing small, then a road you're going to blow open is learning to be okay with yourself and not playing small. So that may mean people get removed and ripped out of your life abruptly with no this, no that, and you may not get closure. You may, when I say this, you may be unfulfilled in your job and you're looking for purpose in this and that. So then guess what? Like maybe a road being blown open is that you get some newfound time to work on bringing a dream to life.
So you
it's
can,
not like, I don't want to be like, you do a road opener, your life's going to go to shit.
No, but you can aim it. So she says she doesn't want her cats to leave. No. Like you can aim it. You can say, I want this area of my life, or you can be all encompassing and be like, the whole thing needs to be open, needs to be cleared. You could say just career. You could say love life. Welcome in JC3. You could say a ton of different things. You know what I mean? Or it could literally just be something super simple. It could be on the inside. Inner strength, inner clarity, inner whatever. Like you don't have to make it all encompassing.
Like removing fear. It can be, removing doubt, self-worth issues. Like you can be very, very specific about it. And then the thing is, when you're asking for something to be removed, if you're being very, very specific, then also speak into existence with intention the things you're hoping to replace that with, right? So, fear with stability and trust, clouded mind with clarity, things like that. You just have to be very specific and sit with yourself and figure out what it is that you're trying to achieve and then do it. And again, you could do a generic one and just blow all the roads open. Just be prepared.
Well, but that's
the way that it comes in might not be your expectation.
So, but that's the thing. She said the key caught her attention. But that's the thing, because the key is like a physical symbol for unlocking doors.
Yes.
Like it's to open doors that you might thought were blocked or unavailable to you. That's just why the key is there. It's just like a physical symbol that helps root whatever you're doing, the intention in the physical. Because you got to understand, like,
if you want to know that, the key actually represents you, because all doors are open and you are the key that opens all doors. There's no door locked to you. It just requires the courageousness, the bravery, the strength to walk through the door. So the key is symbolic of you. You are the key that opens all doors.
And honestly, Shruti, I'm going to be real honest. The oil is great by itself, but if you've never done a road opener, I would tell you to buy the kit. I would, only because you're going to get more than enough oil to do probably 2 or 3 candles. Yeah, 2 or 3 candles, should you ever want to do it again. But it gives you one of everything you'll need, right? Like the very basics. It gives you herbs to pair with it, because herbs are very important when you start working with road openers and stuff like that, because they also embody what you're trying to get across, the intention and the fire, the passion. If you have catalyst herbs in there to help things move quickly, like it's those types of a thing. But it also comes with a video where Keys sits down, shows you how to set up your candle safely with the basics. And then she tells you some things that you might want to add, like if you want to add in crystals, if you want to add in this, if you want to add in a figure or a this or a... Yeah.
It comes with rainbow fluorite.
Like,
it comes with loose herbs. It comes with the oil. The kit comes with 1 red candle, because red is symbolic for road openers, because foundations, grounding, this and that, you're opening You get 4 tea light candles because in our space we open all 4 corners, all 4 directions, so that we're
Yep.
opening any and all obstacles, blockages, things like that. So in the video, it will tell you how to open the 4 cardinal directions. It tells you to spend time with your candle, and then, like I said, you get enough oil in the kit. Now you only get 1 red candle, okay? So you only get 1 taper candle, spell candle, ritual candle, whatever you want to call it. But
It's available on the website. Yep.
Enough oil that I would tell you you'll be able to do at least, you should be able to do at least 2 or 3. The oil you should be able to do at least 3 or 4. The herbs may be 2 or 3 depending how much herbs you use.
Put on it, yeah. Well, and it's just it's just so beginner friendly, and that's why we put it on there, because there really is a large misconception when it comes to candle and candle magic, right? So we teach it as intention-based candle magic. It's using your energy with the supplemental help of other natural things to amplify your intentions. Yeah. So it's like one of those it's kind of one of those things, but yeah, you can find it on the website right in the same place that you found the oil at, or you can go to my link tree and do the little slider, and it has all of our products on there, and you can go to the road opener kit and you can click it and it'll bring you right to the website on that page of that product. But yeah, it's all there. But if you've never done road opening stuff before, or candle magic in general, and you have a fear or a hesitation, I would tell you to buy the kit, so that way you can watch the video at your leisure, like of Keys walking you through it, so we can put the fear to bed, because you never want to do anything with your intention that has fear, worry, or anything like that attached to it, because you're going to be like faultying up your intentions. You're going to be muddying the waters. It can be used on whatever you want. The oil is organic. We put it up there. Yeah. We put it up there with the intention of bath and candles, but we have had people put it on their skin, and it's like, you know, you do you. It's all natural, all organic. People have put it on their chakras to open up their chakras. Like, you can use it. It's made of 100% natural organic products that should not harm you in any way. While we don't recommend you take like a huge, like whatever in it, technically you can. You can utilize it in your practice however you want. Off topic. Did you guys ever get your wisdom teeth removed? If so, any advice for anxiety? Don't be worried about it. It's really not a big deal. Not at all.
I actually only had 3 wisdom teeth. Because I'm weird.
Mine were fine, and then they just told me to remove them anyway, so.
I'm being funny. I didn't really get a say. My parents just said I was getting mine out because I was still a minor.
Facts. Same.
I mean, as far as anxiety goes, I mean, truthfully, I remember like that time. I was so higher than a giraffe's ass when I woke up from having my wisdom teeth out.
Same.
Dude.
I was talking to my dead grandma.
I've had a lot of surgeries. I would just like to preface this next story with this. I've had a lot of surgeries.
Your comment was blocked. I can't see you. If whoever commented after the thumbs up, I can't see you.
A bunch of abdominal stuff. Like, by far, having my wisdom teeth out was like the biggest trip ever. As far as like coming out of it, I'm not sure what they gave me, but like as far as pain goes and all that, totally manageable. Like, I just put ice on my face. I'm somebody who I honestly would prefer ice than medication. Even as a kid, I would rather put ice, because your pain comes from the inflammation. So I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Your pain comes from inflammation. If you can stay ahead of your inflammation, then you're gonna be just fine. If they tell you not to do something, don't do it. For example, don't smoke, don't drink out of a straw, don't chew gum. Like, it's that simple. You can do it soon, but if you do those things, then you might have some issues. But
so I will tell you, I was able to drink out of a straw. They never gave me that restriction. I was sipping apple juices. But I do think it depends on why you're getting your wisdom teeth out. Like, mine were fine. Mine came in and they were fine. My dentist was just like, you might as well pull them out now. And my parents were like, okay. And we just got them pulled. There was nothing wrong with them. They were all coming through or came through, and they were fine. Now I have friends, because you asked about swelling, like I have friends who had them impacted and they had chipmunk cheeks for like 2 weeks, but they had impacted wisdom teeth. So they already had a quote unquote infection. They already had inflammation. They already had pain and irritation in the gum and in the jaw. So like, it's one of those things, but they do put you out. I do remember waking up, like I was at the gym, I was doing arm weights, and then they wheeled me in a wheelchair into another room because you have to kind of like come out of sedation. And so like they like put you in the wheelchair and then like wheel you in a side room. At least they did at my place. And I started talking to my dead grandma. And I had the nurse crying because then I was talking to the nurses. I don't remember any of it. My mom had to tell me about it. And she said that, like, I called somebody on the phone and my only thing I said was, "We did it!" While I was completely, like, completely smashed.
Because, like, I didn't even remember, like, I say it's like, obviously, like, I remember having to put a gown on, like, on my top for some reason. Like, but I don't remember getting dressed. I don't remember getting in the car. I do, however, remember my mother driving over every train track in this town to get home. And at one point, I looked at her and I said, "If you drive over one more train track, I'm gonna kick your ass."
I remember being strapped down to the chair, like, because so my thing, like, they did a needle in my hand. I didn't get gassed. They did a needle in my hand. And so they hit like one of the veins in my like hand, but before that they strapped me down. So like I had like stuff over my wrists. They put my head. They like had a band around my head, and they're like, "Okay, I'm gonna tell you though, like, because I am who I am and the way that my energy works, I was out of body the whole time. So I could tell you every single conversation that the nurse and the doctor had, and they were chit-chatting, and I literally have full memory of it. I couldn't feel a single thing. Nothing hurt me. I had no problems on recovery. I didn't even have any swelling. Like, I was perfectly fine. I wasn't nervous going in there. I actually, like, that was probably the one time that they were like, "How much do you weigh?" And I told them exactly because I didn't want them to kill me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, "How much do you weigh?" 167 pounds. Write it down. Like 172 pounds. Write it down.
So today we give you the.
I literally remember my mom looking at me and she goes, "I'm so proud of you for being honest." I was like, I don't want to die and I don't want to feel it. I just remember she'd be like, "Wow, you didn't even like blink at that piece of like that spot on the paper." I was like, bitch, no." Oh my god. I didn't get gassed. I got needled. So it just depends on your office.
I got all of it.
No worries.
Like, longest time it took for me to rejoin my physical body in any capacity that I have ever had surgery. Like, if I could have gotten that when I had foot surgery this year, that'd be great. That was a good time.
Yeah. But I did. I had like a team of like 3 nurses. Like, it's really not, it's nothing to worry about. It's such
good meds and you're gonna be just fine.
But that's the thing, like, it's such commonplace surgery nowadays that don't even worry about it. Like, it's so minor. Like, they're just putting you under because they're gonna have to pull your teeth. Like, you're fine.
So I got my wisdom teeth out 22 years ago. So like, it is so common to practice it.
Some people don't get put under anymore. Some people just get local and they pull. I don't want to do that because I don't want to see your foot like up on the thing going just put me under. But
yeah, you mean like,
but yeah. But yeah, it's really nothing to worry about, honestly. Like, it's so minor, dude. Like, it's so minor. Yeah, don't worry about it.
You'll be just fine.
Yeah. So don't even make it a thought in your mind. You don't have to act a certain way. You don't have to be it. Just go in as you. If you're nervous, admit you're nervous. They'll sit you down. They'll talk to you. They'll have you sign your forms. They'll call you back, and they're just gonna do it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but there's no need for you to feed your nerves, right? Like, you're just going in to get what you need to get done. That's it, period. No need to think about it. You've already made the decision to get them out. Like, no need to think about it. That's so fantastic. But the list is open, guys. We're doing 2222. We have Cash App, we have Venmo. This has been a wild conversation, but I'm here for all of it.
Yes.
And I'm totally fine. Remind your inner child that your outer adult is here with you. Yeah, but that's exactly it. Like, you don't even need to stress about it. You know what I mean? It's not something you need to stress about. You know? What?
I'm still laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. And guys, just pay attention to your dreams. I know that some of you, your dreams might be getting logged as memories right now by accident, because that's how close your light body, your consciousness, your higher self, and you are getting. And I understand that 1,000%. But when it hits you, pay attention. Look at the symbolism, look at the metaphors, look at what that feels like really, because there is a message there. I promise you, no matter how ridiculous it is, there is a message. Just do not be afraid to write it down, record it on your phone, and just move along. Even if you don't remember the whole thing, it doesn't matter. I can't tell you how many people go, I don't remember my full dream. I only remember this. And it's like one scene. That's fine. Like, that is fine. Like, it is not a problem. You remember what you're supposed to remember, and the rest comes to you later. Welcome in, Mel. Nice to see you again, dude. Haven't seen you in a minute. But it's one of those things, like, you'd be surprised what you remember being massive breadcrumbs when you take the time to break it apart. When you take the time to go, oh, this is metaphorical. Oh, this means something. Why does this feel important? You're not gifted the memory of your dreams, of your astraling, of your whatever, if it's nothing. Like, let's be honest, you just wouldn't be remembering them. Like, even if it's just your subconscious and it's not some grand adventure, like, it's still important. The whole point is to bridge your subconscious and your conscious, and then connect it with source and connect it with your higher self. The small things is how you do it. And one of the small steps is making sense sometimes of the nonsense of your dreams, of astral, of your experiences, you know? Oh, Lord.
Questions in the chat. List is open. 2222 today, and you will hear from both of us.
It is so nice.
It is nice out.
It is so nice out. We got the Three of Cups. It is literally all about coming together in collaboration. And there's something about, like, this, like, half of the Big Dipper on this card that now it makes me want to look up the Big Dipper.
Oh, we'll do that.
Last night I acted like I was getting put under before falling asleep, and I woke up so late today. Too bad I didn't actually go yet. Hey, it's okay, but if you have to prepare yourself, that's fine. But just remember, you don't need to spend excess energy on it. You telling yourself you're worried about it and then giving yourself things to help cope through the worry is perpetuating the worry. So just keep in mind, you don't need to prepare yourself for anything. You're as prepared as you can be. You just got to show up. You know? Because I'm going to be honest, you're not going to remember going under. You're going to remember one, and you're going to be out. So you don't need to prep your mind going, okay, it's going to be okay. You're going to be asleep before you even get to tell yourself it's going to be okay.
Sure.
Like,
count backwards from 10, and you're going to be like 9, 8. Yeah, you'll be done. You won't even get past 7 or 8.
I literally remember them be like, you're going to feel small, because like I said, I got needles. So they're like, you're going to feel like a small prick in the hand. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like now? And then I'm like, oh. They didn't even have me count. They're like, okay. And I'm like, yeah. And you wake up in the wheelchair. Bro, no, I woke up and they're like, okay. And they were like, I was getting into the wheelchair and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm working out. And she's like, what do you mean you're working out? And then, like, literally she wheeled me in the room and I started talking to dead people. Like, the nurse was crying because of her daughter. I don't know what was happening. All I know is that my mom was just like, it's okay. And she didn't know what to do. So she just slowly started petting the back of my head. If anybody wanted that visual. when she doesn't know how to make it better because it's 100% correct. We do have a dead grandma, and that does make sense. Welcome in. Hey, Kayla. And then the nurse was crying, and then because I was so out of it, they brought me out the back because they didn't want like anybody. Like, it was out
of two with the back.
They're like, "Well, have you exit this way?" It's like Sweeney Todd.
I'm like, but this isn't how I came in, and they're like, "No, we're just gonna let you go out this way." Okay.
Exactly, and they're like, "Well, you have to stay in the wheelchair until you get to the curb, and then you get." Like you broke a leg or something. Yeah, the only part I do remember is in the car. My mom called somebody. I don't know. I don't even remember who it was, and all I said was, "We did it!" Like full of cotton. Like, welcome in, little ducky. So it's just one of those things. Like, you're gonna be fine, and it's gonna be one of those things that you're gonna laugh about 1,000%. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. But like 1,000%, you're gonna be one of those things that you're gonna look back on and be like, oh.
That wasn't a big deal. You're gonna spend more time trying to figure out why your like energetic body's trying to get back in your physical body and why the hell it's taking so long.
Like, I was at the point where I didn't realize I was under because I could see all the lights and I could hear everyone talking, and then they woke me up and I was like, oh, you did it already. I just remember the doctor was like, you can eat Jell-O, and I literally remember my mom being like, does pudding count as Jell-O?
For my foot, I woke up and I'm like crying, and I'm like, there's no crying in baseball. Why are we crying? Like, why are we crying?
I think I don't think I was emotional, no. I think I was whiny. I feel like I was whiny. Like, when they, like, originally, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working out. Like, I was all giggles, and then they moved me in my room, and I started talking to my dead grandma, and then I just got whiny, and I'm like, but she's right there. And, like, I'm like, not. I wasn't crying, but I definitely was, I feel like I was whiny.
I was crying because they bandaged my foot up so big that I couldn't see. I'm like, I want to see where you cut my foot. So I was crying because they put a bandage on it that I couldn't see. And then I got mad and I just wanted to go home.
But you know what? No one's gonna judge you eyeballs if you wake up mad and mean. Who cares? You're under the influence of drugs. Like, nobody cares. And it's one of those things, like, you don't know any of those people. Like, let's just be honest. You're probably never gonna see the people who go to your orthodontics, like, for surgery again, because that's usually not the same office that you go into for your normal dentist stuff.
Nope.
Like, so there's nothing to worry about. And they know what they're getting into. You think you're the first person, the first kid, the first whatever who's had a bad coming out of, like, oh no, you are perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Like, but just don't be afraid of stuff, because it's one of those things, like, you're gonna manifest your fear, bro. So it's like, just realize that you're in good hands, right? You're going to a place that has a great track record, knows what they're doing. It's commonplace surgery. It's just wisdom teeth. You're not getting anything super crazy done. It's not brain surgery. It's not, no. It's wisdom teeth. Like, you're okay. You're gonna be okay. You know? I get more people who wake up giggly or sad than they do angry. I don't know many people. I think there was only one person ever who woke up that I know angry. But it's gonna be all good. I got my hip replaced and I asked to see the bone. What's up, little ducky? Yeah, that's yeah. That would be me if I ever had like bone surgery.
Like, when they took my screw, I'm like, I want my screw. I'm gonna need you to keep that for me, like a souvenir. And then I got to play Blue's Clues with it to figure out what you did to me, because like we don't tell the truth.
1,000%. But yeah, it's just one of those days, and I'm glad you guys are liking the energy. I'm glad you're having fun, because it's just one of those days. Like, it's too cardinal for confirmation. It's too nice of a day to be down in the dumps. It's too nice of a day to be worried about anything, to be fearing anything, to be standing in our own way today. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the love.
We got way too much good energy moving in to be in a bad place. It's just that simple. We got way too much good things energy to be harnessed, things to do, magic to make. Like, don't be in a shitty space. Turn your
1,000%.
frown upside down.
1,000%. But I'm super excited, Kalilia, that you just ordered the road opener and that
Oh, I'm super
and
pumped.
that uh,
I will put that together for you this weekend, ma'am.
that'll be shipped out. Yep. Yep. Dude, I'm so excited. Stuff like that's always fun because you do it with your own power. You get to physically see.
Yes.
Thank you for all the shares. You get to physically see how powerful you are. You get to physically see when you place your intention over your life, what you can bring forward. Spreading love and
And that's the thing.
sparkles everywhere, having sunshine giggles. Yeah.
That's what we
Go
were
ahead,
saying
sorry.
earlier. When we did that kit, and what we had in mind was, this is about you finding your power. This is about you sitting with yourself in your intention and having physical representations, because a lot of people need that hands-on. Because when I say this, think about it. When we're kids, right, and we're bringing all our magic, our childhood magic to life, it's through hands-on experiences. So as adults, now that we're tapping into our creativity and we're trying new things and we're trying to figure out how to bring that spark and that magic back, it's easier to have like hands-on experiences. So it's physical representations of really what you can do for yourself with no physical representation. You have the intention to do these things without a candle, without an oil, without a match, without anything. But so many of us need to see and put our hands on something to believe in ourselves, that this is just a stepping stone for you to believe in yourself with items and tangible things in your reality, to watch yourself use the magic and the power that you already have inside of you.
Crows for confirmation. And that's the thing, and it's also because you don't need any of that things. Like, I know this sounds weird, but the way that we do road openers, it's an ask. It's also a prayer. It's also a manifestation. It's also a whatever, because you're using your intention and you're asking for yourself, your higher self, your God, your team, your deities, your whatever, to assist you in bringing what you want forward, which would be opening the roads, clearing obstacles, doing whatever. So it's, no matter how you look at it, give it whatever label you need. But it's one of those things, like, we also kind of wanted to just change the way that people looked at things, because it didn't have to have a negative connotation. Every time someone hears candle magic, they think someone doing a love spell on somebody. Like, no, ain't nobody got time for that.
Else to do it for you. Let me just preface it with that. You don't need to pay somebody to do it for you. You are capable of doing it yourself. And again, thus why we want to empower you. Here's a kit, you can do the things, but I don't need to do it for you. I will help. I mean, if you need some guidance, reach out. I will totally help problem solve anything you need problem solved. But this is about you taking that magic and power in your own hands and not having to pay somebody $100 to do something you're perfectly capable of doing yourself.
And, like, that's the thing, and we know that we could open up a road opener space and charge as a, but we don't want to. We'd rather teach people that that's very feasible for them to do. We'd rather give you the skills and the tools to do it yourself, should you choose to want to do it. And there's a lot of things, like that road opener kit is just the basics. It's so basic because we wanted to give you things that show you just the minimum, really, of what you could do. And we wanted people to be able to add their own creativity, their own freedom, their own whatever. So we tried to keep it as basic and as minimal as possible. So that way, one, we can keep costs down. But two, it's just, it allows you to utilize it however you wish. So we're super excited about it. We were excited about it when we posted it. That was the first product we ever posted on the website, was that kit, that oil, that herb bundle. Like, so we stand behind that product 1,000%.
Our website, under the Tree of Knowledge, I know for a fact there is a post about road openers. There is a post about Abre Camino, which is the road opener herb. So you can go learn and have a knowledge base of what it is you're doing and working with, so that you can really, hone in on your intention for things. So, I mean, again, all that stuff's available to everybody. Just, you can go into the free Tree of Knowledge and you can search for it.
I'm ready to follow the yellow brick road. But that's the point. It's supposed to be fun, interactive. It gets your power and your harnesses and funnels your intention, you start creating what you want, and it gets you back in control of your energy, yourself, what you're building, So right now, during this personal power move that the whole collective's doing, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to do it. Go ahead.
When you're gonna sit down and do a road opener, sit down and again, it's going to honest with yourself. Where are your perceived blockages? Because if you just sit down and you're like, open all roads, right? That's a pretty basic, that's a general ask. It's not a basic ask. That is a general ask. So when it comes in, you could have a lot of things opened at once, right? So sit down and figure out where you feel you're stuck, where you feel you're stagnant, where you have a perceived obstacle. Now, mind you, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is your road opener. So wherever you think there's an obstacle, think about it. Then think about what the opposite of that looks like. So as you're writing things down, and that's the thing, you don't have to just memorize all of this in your head. Write it down. Be specific. If you're struggling with grounding your thoughts, if you're struggling with career things, if you're struggling with really get specific. And that way you can become more specific with your intention so that you know exactly what that ask is that you're putting out there. But it requires you to really sit with yourself and be like, where do I feel stuck? Where do I feel like there's an obstacle? What do I think is a way of opening this obstacle? What do I hope to achieve by opening this obstacle? It's a lot of actually sitting with yourself and asking yourself very personal questions so that you can facilitate the change. Because once the roads are open, they're open, but you have to take action to move through these open roads.
Right.
It's not just we're here to shake shit up and here it is. It's like if you ask for clarity, great. But when I say that, the expectation of clarity, right? You could get pummeled with truth from all angles. And again, that within itself can be overwhelming, but it can also be empowering, right? So that's the thing. That's why I say it's really important to sit with yourself and ask yourself those questions for you, because that will just add power to what you're doing.
Yep. All of that. I agree with all of that. And if you're somebody who buys the road opener kit and you really enjoy it and this and that, we also have candle magic class, like a 101 to candle magic class that you can purchase. Awesome. It's like a 3-hour video. It teaches you all about candle magic. So should you want to set up different kinds of intention-based candles to use for yourself in your own practice, protection, road opener, that it just teaches you the basics so you feel confident in maybe doing something different. Yep, and it gives you a herb candle, so that's always available. Yep.
Self-study, so you can go at your own pace. It's yours forever.
You have 13 pages of printable notes. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So there's always different roads to expand on the website, and different things that you can purchase and buy if you're choosing to continue to elevate what you're doing and your knowledge and your practice and stuff like that. So don't worry, you know what I mean? But it's definitely an option. Do we gotta do last call, B?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in about 15 minutes.
All right, guys, if you guys have any questions or anything that you would like answered while we're on here for the next 15 or so minutes, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section and we'll answer them. We'll talk about them. No worries. No worries. But yeah, you could just do so much, and I feel like people don't realize just how in-depth the website space is, and not even just with products that you can buy, but literally the free tree of knowledge. There is a lot on there. Over 135 posts now, so, and we're still adding to it every single week, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid to utilize the website, to utilize the resources. If you guys
would like us to post there, reach out to us. We are happy to do that, as that's a space that, again, we're trying to build community. We want to empower people, give people their own paths and avenues to go down to acquire knowledge and things. If there's something you would like us to touch on, please reach out, shoot us an email, whatever, and we will be happy to do that.
I just feel like we've had so much good conversation.
Yes.
In this live, I might post this one anyway.
Oh, I think so too. Absolutely.
I just might post this one anyway.
Well, yeah, and hopefully somebody will see that fire collective, because there's like I said, there's so many masculines out here that are stepping forward to come help balance all that. And I say this, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. Let me rephrase that. However, feminines lead the spiritual world. So of course it only makes sense that as the divine feminine has chosen to heal and steps forward, like now we're holding that space for the masculines who have been doing this work, to come into alignment. This is the bringing back together of, and that's the thing, that's the entire point. We're all supposed to be coming together and not seeing ourselves as separate and not sitting in judgment. Like I said, I know for us the temperance card has been out like a son of a bitch this week, but it's like that's that inner balance. So as people are coming into this inner balance, it's now rippling out into this outer balance, and this is what we've all asked for. But the thing is, we all have to realize that everybody's healing journey looks different, and we're not all healing from the same things. So it's this space of no judgment, right? And it's a space of being able to hold space and clap for those, especially these masculines, because damn it, like some of them have been through the ringer, just like, feminines have been through the ringer and they chose to heal themselves. Like these are men who have dealt with very toxic things, and they chose to not let it make them bitter, and they've chosen to be better, and they've chosen to heal. And that's why I said,
Well, that's the thing, dude. I fully think that so many there's such a large part of the collective that it's like, women do this, and yeah, men never get it together, and it's just like, okay, but spirituality, stop. Like, you know how much harder that has to be when you have a large part of the collective energy just being like, this is your glass ceiling, this is your this is only what you'll ever do. Like, stop. Like, my goodness, we're all individual people, we're all individual souls. We all have both masculine and feminine energies inside of us. And it's just like, you know what? I'm so proud of the large part of the masculine collective who is figuring out their personal power right now. Their rise is personal. They are making space for themselves. They are standing up, and not in ego, not out of pride, not in overt masculinity, but in balance. And that is wild. That is wild. And that takes time. That took a lot of guts. That took a lot of healing. That took a lot of clarity to get to that point. And it doesn't matter what point, what elevation you're on. If you are a masculine and you are stepping into that right now, that's amazing. Because we downplay it when the feminines do it, right? We downplay it when the feminines do it. How many feminines do you see do it? And they're like, oh yeah, we did that. We like, I did that already. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's like the feminines who turn around and go, the masculines will never do that. They will never step up. It's like, stop. It's like, stop. We downplay ourselves and then we shit on others, and we need to stop doing that.
I mean, let's talk about that for a second, though. For the feminines who say things like that, who are you to set an expectation for how a masculine is to rise? Why don't you go sit with your ego?
Or anybody.
Because that's the thing. Your healing journey isn't that person's healing journey, and how they rise and choose to heal themselves is really none of your damn business. So while you're projecting on somebody else and how their healing journey looks, and they're not healing right, or they're never going to do this, maybe you're not as healed as you think you are.
Right? That's your own ego right there.
That's your own
passing judgment on somebody else and what they have going on. That's their journey. No one said that our journeys walked right next to each other the whole time.
And this is me, and I'm going to say this personally for Erin. This is an Erin statement. There is nothing that irritates me more in the collective than watching the parts of the feminine collective bag on the masculines for showing emotion, trying to learn to trust their feelings, and all of this. Because you know what? Part of their healing has been people telling them, it's not masculine to cry. You need to stuff your feelings. We don't talk about things. We don't this and that. And they're having to unlearn this. And when they're having the courage and the bravery to unlearn these things and speak their truth and feel their feelings and process and move through their emotions and not just bury them down, and then you make them feel less than for it. Oh no, go sit down. You're part of the problem.
Storm Chaser, welcome in. That's so funny that that's your handle. And we were just talking about the calm before the storm before we got on here, so that's fantastic.
Before the storm, but it being like the intensity of the storm building. Storm Chasers, thank you for the country.
Right. Thanks for the confirmation all the way around. But that's just wild. But guys, we have a website. If you're not a member of it, please go join. It is 100% free to become a member. It'll never cost you money. There is no downside to becoming a member. Now, it is www.childofbalance.com. It can be found in both of our link trees, so feel free to peruse the whole website. We have handmade spiritual shops with some amazing products in there. We have private services, mentorships, mediumships, and all this crazy stuff in between. Reads, house cleanses, candle magic classes. We have everything in between. We're still growing. We're still expanding. We also have a free tree of knowledge that costs you nothing with over 135 posts in it. And we post to it 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So just keep in mind that as this space grows, more things will be readily not only available to you, but be offered up to you in a lot of different ways. We're also on YouTube and we're also on Instagram. So please go ahead and follow us on both of there. And if you are not following our Child of Balance 369 account on TikTok, please go over there and follow us over there. We're trying to get to 1,000 so that we can go ahead and go live and make the link for the link tree clickable on that page as well for everybody else. You will know it's us. It'll have our logo. We will be tagging the original creators in the video, whether it be myself, Miss Keys of Wisdom, or Miss Rooted Intentions. We will never follow you, and we do not reach out for services. We let Spirit, Source, God, Creator, whatever you want to call it, the universe, we let that bring people to us. We don't go searching. So if somebody's messaging you, claiming that they can read you and this and that, it's not us. We're sorry for the scammers. Just don't get scammed. You know what I'm saying? We can't help it. We can only take them down as fast as we can. But thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you for all your time, your space, your energy. I will see you guys later. We'll be on later this evening, probably around like 8:30. And we'll be doing this all over again. So thank you so much. I will see you guys later. Have a great day.
Guys.